what's up, guys? I am Matt, and this is My Crazy Podcast, episode 33, I think. Who are you?
Jimmy motherfucking D.
Dusty B.
Steve.
Tina.
He asked me who I was. I don't know what you want from me.
You sounded like somebody who's like calling for help in the cave. Like, who is that? Steve. Sorry, Matt.
So, do we want to talk about Killshot?
Yeah.
Because it was the Killshot this week. Did you hear it or no? Well, you heard the end of it.
What, that?
Eminem's Killshot.
Nope. Didn't really care. I'm sorry. I've been busy.
It's okay.
Ooh.
She has schoolwork to do. That's fine.
That's commendable.
Yeah, I'm a studious student.
You gotta
My
get close to
bad.
the mic.
I'm studious. My bad.
This guy.
Trying to get multiple sponsorships here.
Jesus Christ.
We're not even sponsored.
Wait, you want a Heineken sponsorship now?
Both.
I mean,
why not
oh my
both?
God.
They
I
go
ain't
great
gonna lie, I'll
together.
take the Heineken
Water.
over the Monster.
Contigo.
Contigo.
But I'll take the Monster too.
Want water sponsored.
Yeah, that's reusable. You can put your Monster in that. Imagine if we got a Monster.
You know how hard that'd be to fucking clean? That straw would turn into like
There's water in
disgusting.
everything.
No, you get one of those little like spoolie things. You just shove it up there.
Oh,
That's what she said.
Oh.
There's water in everything.
What if we put like
Not in
a Monster?
not in California, but there's a lot in the Carolinas right now.
Carbonated water. That was dark.
Alright,
It's true though. It's not a lie.
Oh my God, the savagery is too real.
So apparently-
But just like Killshot.
yes.
So it broke the record for the biggest opening. Tina's getting from a shot.
Sorry.
It had the biggest opening for a hip hop artist on YouTube history.
You know, and honestly, it deserves it. Like,
Man,
and you
breaking
know,
records.
if everybody who out there watched the last episode, yes, I was for MGK. I was, but like because I how it was to me, how he phrased it, whatever. At first, yeah. This dude, he's. I'm surprised if he has a rap career.
He doesn't.
You know what MGK
Well,
stands
what it
for
was,
now?
He just
what
got
it was,
destroyed.
but like
Do you know-
now it's
do you
like
know what it
Vanilla
stands for
Ice
right now?
before his construction show.
Man got KO'd. That's what it stands for now.
I have a man just got killed.
Man,
He's been dead for a long time. You haven't heard Machine Gun Kelly's name in like years, so.
I said this last week. Jadakiss threatened to throw a refrigerator off a skyscraper on Diddy. He was still at the Bad Boy reunion. MGK is still signed to Diddy and wasn't at the Bad Boy reunion. My man threatened to kill him and he was there.
Yep.
Damn.
YOLO. On Angie Martinez show on Hot 97 back in 05.
Word.
Classic interview, just saying. But no, what I found funnier is, what's it called? Killshot wasn't on iTunes until literally like this morning. It just went on iTunes of us recording this. And so MGK was like, my single's #1 on iTunes. Which,
That's cool.
and then he posted a picture of an entire crowd in a stadium giving the middle finger, which looked cool, but it was Fall Out Boy's crowd. And then apparently he told the crowd to put up the middle finger to take the picture, and then he took off a jacket where he had the Killshot shirt on. And then while he performed his diss song, everyone booed him off stage.
Ouch.
Got burned.
Ribbed.
I mean, bro, how you gonna get respect in the street? You open up for Fall Out Boy though. Like,
That's
Yeah, I'm gonna
really
be honest.
heavy
As
facts.
the punk head in this room or punk rocker, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fall Out Boy's like borderline garage indie at best. It's like the Backstreet Boys.
they're like the
of punk rock.
Nickelback of.
No, not even because
I mean, back
Nickelback
in the
is
day,
like
they were respectable, but now it's kind of like,
I'm not gonna
get
hate.
out of
They're
here.
the Backstreet Boys of punk rock. So like,
I'm not gonna hate on.
any street cred just went down the shitter.
I'm not gonna hate on anyone getting their check. I just don't like the whole the manipulation on Instagram towards his fans.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like he's just brainwashing his fans to further think like he's the greatest, but it's like because they're not gonna watch those videos of him getting booed off because there are like 1 or 2 people cheering in the background, so they're gonna be like, nah,
his
he's
mom
cheering.
and his dad.
Yeah. so that's what, like. I just don't understand that point.
It was 3. They brought grandma.
Oh shit. She had special access though, probably because of wheelchair.
Yeah,
She was in the handicap.
they
She was
wheeled
front
her
row.
in.
Right.
Hey, I give props to Macklemore for doing that shit.
What?
You know that Macklemore actually, when he went to like all the music awards and shit like that, he brought his mom and his pops and shit instead of like his entourage and shit like that.
No, I'm
It's in
bringing
the
you
music.
guys.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
bringing you guys. My parents don't care about award shows.
Sorry, I think I
I'm
have
with it.
something that day.
Oh, all right, it's fine.
Damn, it just got cold over
That's
here.
a
Holy shit.
word.
Oh,
For real. And that ain't
Qué
the ghost
frío.
down here, for real.
Shit happens.
I'll cancel.
Sacrifice our love.
Alright, careful.
All right.
We don't have to pay any royalties.
No, that's fine.
Well, like,
It was less than 15 seconds, and it was no rendition. There was no instrumental,
she's-
so I'm good.
I need to talk to my lawyer
I know
about
my
that 15
copyright laws.
second thing.
Yeah.
So
That's always a good thing to know.
I keep hearing different things about the 15-second thing.
Well, it's a gray area technically, but right now they're pissy about it, but it's in our favor right now, at the current moment.
Sure.
you should do an ASMR podcast. I feel like that would do great.
I want to get the microphone, but it's like $1,000.
Okay,
Damn.
you don't need an ASMR
Or
microphone.
art.
You can do it with whatever you
National
want.
Pirate Day.
These microphones are fine.
I got my blue.
Like, if you have the skill to do it.
You want to
any
do it with me?
microphone-
I'll get one ear, you get the other.
Yeah.
We spit roast these ears.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
We could kill an ASMR podcast.
facts. I'm done with it.
We could kill an ASMR mukbang. We could put Trisha Paytas to shame.
I don't know who these people are.
You don't know who Trisha Paytas is?
Am I the only one?
Educate yourself.
I'm kind of in the dark here too.
What's that ASMR? That thing.
That's when they whisper on the mic and then it gets
I've
like
never
that.
listened to a
Oh, wait, you don't have
podcast
the
like that in
headphones
my
on
life.
like I do. So you whisper into the mic.
oh my god.
Well, Matthew.
the audience got some ASMR of me, which sounded real creepy. I'm not gonna lie. But basically, it's when like you get a special mic that's like silicone to like ears, so it like actually matches the acoustics of going into your ears when you put on like soundproof earphones. And they talk in the mic real slow, or like they do weird stuff like scratch their skin real slow.
Or
And-
like tickle a hairbrush. And
Or-
apparently, do you know what ASMR is? Like the feeling? Because I don't get it and it makes me feel really weird.
I get it. It's when you get this like tingly feeling in the back of your neck.
Oh yeah. I
don't
get that.
Ew. Like,
That shit's weird.
the thought of
It's making me itchy
ASMR,
right now, damn it.
It actually
I'm
helps.
getting it right now too. It's
it makes me
psychosomatic.
feel really weird and cringy, but it's kind of fun to do.
Yeah,
like,
no, I fuck
I
with it.
like doing it. I don't know why. Because I feel like,
I used to do it to help me go to sleep, but I used to do it with these headphones, and these aren't actually very ergonomic for sleeping.
yeah,
Clearly.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work out. I just get sweaty because of the cups and stuff.
And you look like
Pause.
Princess Leia.
Yo, chill.
dude.
You know that
This is not roast the host.
Oh, it's always roast Maddie.
Always.
Yeah, facts. Buy the limited edition Star Wars SMS audio headsets. There was two waves of it. They actually had a limited edition and an Avengers one. 50 Cent and George Lucas were like this back for a moment.
I hate you.
So have a special edition of the podcast, ASMR podcast, and then roast the host.
That's
See,
every
I don't know
podcast.
if I
Yes,
could
but like a special
that.
one.
Like,
where
I
it's,
feel like I'm doing like a
an
jazz thing. It's
attack.
like now the smooth sounds of James Donahue.
Oh, guess
you
what?
have the voice for it.
I got tricked so hard yesterday. I went on Twitter and then it said George Lucas followed me, and I actually followed George Lucas, so I know what his like profile picture looks like. I know what his like everything looks like, and it literally tricked me for a second because everything looked legit. I was like, oh my god. I was screen capped it. I was about to post it everywhere, be like, yo, George Lucas follows me. Everyone suck my dick from the back. But that luckily I checked the actual @ and it was a different @ It was the wrong.
Photoshop it.
Everything was the same except for that.
Wow.
His cover photo was the same. His profile picture was the same.
It was a Jedi mind trick.
I was there.
Shout out. Great
Yeah.
group.
No, what threw me off at first was the tweets weren't the same. Cause I used to like there's only two tweets. So I was
That
just
didn't
like,
set you
That
off.
doesn't. Yeah.
no,
word.
that's what set me off. That's when I checked the actual @ and I was just like, oh, this isn't George.
Photoshop. Oops.
I could Photoshop it, but that's not cool. People could just actually check my profile.
Yeah, this is true.
Actually, the Twitter might ban me soon, so they actually won't be able to check my profile. So-
Twitter might ban you.
Yeah, I logged in today and they're like, your content breaks our terms of service. But they don't tell me how it broke with the terms of service, and they just said, give us your log in with your phone number and here's a PIN. And then they reactivate it and they're like, okay, but here's our terms of service again. Make sure you don't break it. I'm like, I don't know how I broke it the first time.
Did you read all the
No, I know.
jargon?
No, I know the terms of service, but like I didn't do anything that would break the terms of service.
none of the videos or like the.
I haven't posted.
Actually, it
anything.
doesn't make sense because I see mad shit on well when I was on Twitter.
No, I haven't posted. I mean, I've been a little bit more open about my mental health. But other than that, like I haven't been like saying I'm gonna.
Sorry.
But it hasn't been like I'm gonna hurt myself or anyone. So I don't understand why they're like.
Word. I mean, there's porn on Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Y'all,
I've seen some dark tweets on Twitter, but they're fine.
Yeah, no. So if my Twitter,
Like, no, I mean, like, they are up still.
yeah, no. If my Twitter goes away, it wasn't me. Just saying. Twitter don't want me to win.
Yeah, that's really...
That's weird.
Terrible.
But all right. So next topic though. So, the Verge. Usually, very reputable tech website, video content makers. Except for this past week, and I'm kind of annoyed with them. And actually, I was talking with my coworker this week, Ari, and we kind of like made parallels to the IGN story that happened a couple months ago that we talked about, where the IGN person plagiarized a review, kind of. Not actually, kind of. He was found. They fired him. They took off all of his reviews because multiple. They checked them all. A couple of them had some plagiaristic stuff, so they got rid of him instantly. But they did it properly, in my opinion. The Verge waited a bit to. So first, they had a young creator who's. I looked him up. He's 21 years old, so he's a little younger than me. So I'm gonna give him some slack, because he reminds me of. Well, I think he lied on his resume. I think that's the common joke in the comments, is that he lied on his resume because that computer was. That was bad. That tutorial was bad. Like, it showed you how to build it technically showed you how to build a computer, but not correctly.
Oh, so now
Like, the RAM was in the wrong slots. He said the graphics card you could put it in any of the slots, which isn't true. Motherboards have specific slots that you can put it in.
Well, not for nothing.
Certain GPUs also.
Aren't certain the contacts essentially where you stick it in, that's got alignment centers, so if it doesn't, technically only can go in one spot.
Not true. Some of them will fit in multiple slots, but they'll be wrong.
Yeah. So here's the thing with RAM specifically. He technically put it in RAM slots. So he didn't put
What
it
you chuckling about over there, Chuckles?
So the RAM he put in RAM slots, but every motherboard you have to put it in specific slots first and second, especially if you don't have all four. Like if you're not populating the entire RAM slots, which he wasn't, you have to put in specific slots.
So
and
RAM slot the motherboard,
and he put them in the wrong slots. He's just like, you can put them in any slots you want. It doesn't matter. Which it does matter. And then same thing with graphics card. He was like, you can choose any of these PCI Express lanes, which you can't yet.
I'm saying, like, I've never built a computer, but none of that shit sounds like it like that's possible.
He was like, no, the worst part, which, it hurt. He had a CPU cooler that had thermal paste on it, and he was making the argument that the thermal paste isn't usually good enough for the stock stuff, which is somewhat of a fair argument. People make that third party thermal paste is better. That's fine, but he didn't clean off the thermal paste off the cooler, so he kept the old thermal paste that he said was shitty, and then even worse, he didn't properly apply the new thermal paste on the CPU. He just globbed it all over the place, and it was just like spreading. I'm like, for people who don't know, you put a little bead right in the center, and then you put it, and you clean off if you want to do it, you clean off the cooler with rubbing alcohol. But you just put it on,
and then dry afterwards.
And then he was like, you gotta to put in the CPU, you need this very handy CPU applicator, which I've never used. I've never used one of those. No one's ever used one of those. Every tutorial I've ever seen, because I've learned from tutorials on the internet. That's why I'm annoyed by it, honestly. Because I learned from tutorials on the internet, and I see people in the comments, the Verge comments, because on the YouTube they turned them off before they pulled it. And the Verge comments were like, this is the greatest tutorial, thank you. I'm like, oh God. If someone makes a computer like this.
Once you told me what the subject matter is for the podcast today, I actually went looking for it. And the video was actually pulled before I could even get to see it. I still read the article, but I was like, what the fuck?
No, yeah, they pulled it, and the reason why I'm a little annoyed, because in there, they made a statement in which they said there were minor errors, so we pulled it, and then they went on a whole, added like the rest of that paragraph, and then a whole nother paragraph about how hate speech towards their creators isn't good, which I agree with. Let's not get twisted. I don't think we should be, because I should also add that this the host of this tutorial was black, and usually in the nerd community, sometimes unfortunately black people get a lot of hate towards them and a lot of slander. That obviously I don't agree with. However, I just don't like how they try to hide their mistake behind that, because there were a lot more than just minor mistakes. There was a lot wrong with that tutorial, and if people made their computer like that, it won't work.
It would waste thousands of dollars.
And they won't waste thousands. It just won't turn on, and then they're gonna be mad. They're not gonna know what's going on, and then they're gonna need a.
Well, I'm saying, any of those parts that you like glued or whatever, how the fuck are you gonna get that off if it's
Well, you're not
wrong?
No,
The
you're
only
not
thing that
gluing
you
anything.
technically
The
thermal paste isn't technically glue. It's just an adhesive that acts. It's think of like a.
It's like coolant.
Yeah.
It's like a coolant to like.
Yeah.
It's not glue. It's like a coolant that helps. It just like make. I don't.
Surface area with heat.
Yeah, science.
Got you.
So is this
I got you.
irreversible?
What?
The damage that he did?
Well, they finally pulled
most part.
they pulled the tutorial and they started gonna put up a new one. I just didn't like their arrogance right afterwards and how them keeping it up. But then I think finally someone realized, like, oh wait, this is actually like really fucking. I think they finally hit up someone and they're like, oh wait, this is really fucking bad, and they finally pulled it. But at first they're very arrogant about it. At first they're like,
The worst
just
part.
the hate. This is all just toxic hate. They don't know what they're talking about. But it's like. All right, besides for the toxic cake, there was a lot actual technically wrong with this tutorial. And the worst part, second reason why I'm annoyed, this is just pure bitterness. It was sponsored by Capital One. The entire video had Capital One presented by...
Oh, that's...
You know that they spent, knowing the subscriber and the CPMs, they probably spent $10,000 on to do that video, to sponsor that video. And the fact that it's just like... you give money to people who don't know what the fuck they're doing, and like no one.
Mm-hmm.
That's just bitter in my.
I'm
That's
just
my
saying,
bitterness.
like that.
I want money.
Do you see the irony in that?
What?
A credit card company
Oh yeah.
sponsoring a video that just ruined, just lost so many people money.
The
That's
part
so
I
funny.
think the worst part for me
True.
is if you actually buy a computer, you can't run it without a motherboard. When you buy a motherboard, it comes with literally a direction book.
You need that direction book. That
Direction book literally, it's like Legos, bro. If you read that direction book, you cannot fuck your computer up.
Let me state this like
You
this. I'm the type of person that throws away every instruction book. You cannot throw away the motherboard instruction book. That is the one instruction book you actually need in general.
And any disc it comes with.
Yeah, no, I never throw away discs, but I never use, because for the most part, I know what it's plug and play. You're ready to go. Motherboards are very different. I do not throw. Those are ones I actually read.
Mm-hmm.
You need them. But yeah.
Just a little tidbit for y'all who want to get into that world.
Yeah.
And PC part picker.
Yeah, that was the one thing they got right. In the beginning of the video, they're like, they didn't cough. They're like, if you need help choosing parts, use PC part picker. And yeah, so I thought that was cool. Anyway, all right, next. You want to do next topic?
Yes.
So, Kanye's trolling again.
We talking about his album?
Why he made a tweet that people think Watch the Throne 2 is coming
No.
because he tweeted out Throne 2 coming soon. He didn't say Watch the Throne 2. He said Throne 2. So I don't think it's an album. I think it's like a new line of clothing. What do y'all think? Tina looks like she does not give a fuck about Kanye.
I'm over it. You know what?
What are you over?
She's over yay.
Kanye, he came out with that weird ass video of him in that
Oh yeah, how did we not talk about
like
that video?
Roblox suit of him in Pump, and I just was like, you know what? I don't understand you. I'm not gonna try. I'm over it.
And then he had that song about him fucking all of the Kardashian and Jenners.
Yeah, that was just so weird. You know what?
Or jerking off to pictures of him.
He's lost it. I can't keep up anymore. I'm crazy enough, and I can't follow his crazy. It's too much.
Dude, that family ruins people. I'm sorry.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, the meme is
people.
kind of true. I've like they're the literal Get Out family.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Great.
But it just disappoints me because I do want Watch the Throne too. I thought Watch the Throne was a great album. No one agree?
I'm not
I never
the
heard of it.
biggest Kanye fan.
Same. Yeah, me neither. Never
I'm not the biggest Kanye.
And you should know this, man.
No, I'm not the biggest Kanye fan either. But as far as like production, something I know his early catalog is considered like his greatest. But as far as for me, as far as where he shined, I think it was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy up into the point of Yeezus. Not Yeezus its actual self, but before that. So like the Cruel Winter or Cruel Summer, whatever it was. The like all the stuff he did during that time, I think that was the best produced stuff he did. Watch the Throne, like I fucked with that the hardest.
I mean, shit. I only really fuck with Blood on the Leaves.
Blood on the Leaves is great. That's the one good song he uses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's literally the only Kanye song that I'll actually like willingly bump.
I did for 107. I helped one student. We were partnered together back then. Cool dude. His song was On Site. I fucking hated that song. And he wanted me to be Kanye.
Oh God.
Not blackface, obviously. I was white Kanye. I mean, it was cool working with him, but I just hated hearing that song over and over again. I hated it.
Dude, the end of that project, man, I can't listen to...
My project was worse, by the way. I'm not saying his project was bad. My actual project was worse.
I forgot what song I did. I know it was by Wiz Khalifa.
Young, Wild, and Free.
No.
That actually... that sounds... Was it... It's... Someone did that semester. I don't know. I tried to block out that time because my music video was terrible.
Yeah, I had to turn my shit around to 24 hours.
Same.
Because of some bullshit.
Oh, you... So
yeah, all my footage
I'm
done.
I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna talk about this because because it actually came up today and they were joking. My boss was joking about playing it. And I told him I'll quit, which he knows.
Oh, to play
my music video in front of a class. I told him I'll quit. Don't play, and he knows. He was just joking, but yeah, no. So my music video I did in a day, and that was back when I thought I could be a rapper. That week was when I quit rap. So let's also keep that in mind. I haven't done it since. Put that in the mic that week.
How long was that?
He buried it 6 foot under, and I've never even seen it.
That was 4 years I was a rapper. So 14, from like 14 to actually 13. So 5 years. So 13 to 18 about.
How did that go?
Not well. I mean,
he would probably be rapping still if it went well.
I mean, you know what? I say not well, but it got me my partnership for MyCrazyProductions and YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like the whole reason I got my YouTube partnership for MyCrazyProductions because my rap page was actually doing better, and it was linked through MyCrazyProductions. Mm-hmm. So, I guess I can't hate that much.
There you go, music got you somewhere.
I almost signed to Bizarre, the guy who wears the shower cap in Eminem's group. Uh-huh. That almost happened.
You should have kept on it, dude.
I almost signed with Obi Trice also at one point. I almost signed to almost everyone on Shady.
If you had kept on it, you could be wearing a shower cap right now.
Yo, for real.
I could be on
playing with the rubber ducks.
I could be on his Joe Budden disc. He literally released a Joe Budden disc like 3 hours ago.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I listened to it. I'm just like, oh, Bizarre. I should have signed to you. I was gonna be on his Weirdo mixtape. Like it was gonna be interesting. But no, so I wrote the song in a day. I recorded it, made the music video, edited it, and then uploaded it. I did it all in a day. I did it all in a day. And we're never going to see it for 2 reasons. 1, it's terrible, and 2, Dame Ritter owns the publishing.
Roger.
1 million subscribers, Matt.
Nope.
10 million.
Nope, Dame owns the... I'm not putting out a song if Dame owns the publishing.
No, I meant your music video.
I know, but Dame owns the publishing to that song, so I can't.
Oh.
I'm not
Get it
gonna,
back.
I can't. His contract was pretty tight, I'm not going to lie. He owns that entire EP.
Looks like you're going to have to loosen it.
No, I'm not. Well, the only beat I really care about on that EP that I would for the song I'd like to keep is Kato beat, Kato on the track. But I mean, Kato's no longer signed to Dame, so if I also I'm not a rapper. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Like I still got it. I'm Joe Budden. I'm podcasting now.
You still got it? Did you ever have it?
No, I never had it. No, I did have one. I did have a couple that were fire. I did have a couple that were fire.
SoundCloud still exists.
Those we might release if we get 1 million subscribers. I'll release Murder Not Music
and baby pictures.
If we get 1 million subscribers, I'll release Murder Not Music and spend some time.
Yo, you know what you need to be your first album for the release. Be like you as like a little kid with like all like thugged out with 40s and shit. Like just like on purpose, like horribly photoshopped like on top and shit.
I don't like Lil Wayne's album cover where he's the baby all decked out.
Fact, I got a picture of me as an elf for in like a little box that my cousin Joya got for like my parents as a present.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I'll like get that, put like a Photoshop of like a blunt in my mouth or something like that.
Word. Like definitely
40 in one hand.
You definitely gotta throw 9 in there too.
Of course.
If I put in your hip spot right here, you know.
Santa's coming early this year, motherfuckers. All right.
Rage your shit.
So new iPhone it was announced, and it was nothing. Didn't really matter. The biggest thing is they basically took down the price of the 10, so that's kind of cool.
Still holding out for the red.
The iPhone's been the same since fucking I don't know when.
You know why I'm disappointed this year? Because I thought they were gonna finally put the fingerprint sensor underneath the screen, because they took out the fingerprint sensor of the X,
right?
And other phones are now starting to do it, and I thought they were gonna do it. So.
What do you mean taking out the fingerprint sensor?
So they have the face detection now.
Yes.
And they don't have the button underneath for home. It's just the face detection, all that stuff. Other phones started doing that too, but then they realized their face detection is legitimately not as good as Apple's. Apple's, I hear, is the best face detection for phones. However, the way they've got around it is there's this new technology where you can put a fingerprint sensor underneath a screen. So it's like there's no button anymore, but you still like touch where that is in the screen, and it'll be a fingerprint sensor. I thought that Apple would start adopting that technology this year.
No.
They don't care.
It's because everyone has like the new phones with the fingerprint scanners. Everyone in the world has had their fingerprint scanned already. The government already has them.
Disney has it.
Yeah, now they're putting the face scanner in all the phones.
Nope.
So now they need to bank up all of the
face.
Yeah, the face
They're
scans.
putting the fingerprints with the faces.
Exactly.
And then making your making their profile on you, and then all of your data you have gets uploaded into it, so they know who you are, where to find you at all times, what you've been doing, eating, drinking, sleeping, smoking, whatever is your pleasure.
Yeah, all of
Everything.
your search history. You know how ads are like curated for you specifically?
Yeah.
They're going to match that to your face detection, to your fingerprint scans. Next, they're going to require you to get 23andMe so they have all of your history as well.
They're going to start telling me to get Botox.
Yo, honestly, and if you start to give DNA and shit, bro, what if they make a clone of you that they can like control and then kill you off?
Wow, we went really deep down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, never donate sperm either. They will...
Tupac.
No one wants my sperm.
Pull out.
True. Yeah, but never go to 23andMe. They will duplicate you. No, I think
maybe
no one's gonna duplicate me.
Yo, if someone cloned me, I'd be ecstatic.
If someone's gonna
You know what I
clone
can
me,
get
and then
done with 2 of me?
someone's gonna clone me, and then they're gonna realize they made a mistake and then kill both
Bro,
of
I'm
them.
just sending mine to work.
they would line you up in
That's
three.
it.
Me and mine,
Yeah.
we would
Like
have straight
Michael
rotation.
and the
Yeah.
Judges.
I take
they
day
had
1,
one
you take
bullet,
day
and
2,
the three of you,
day
they'd
3,
kill
day
all
4,
of you.
day 5, etc., rotate.
I'll go in like on Fridays.
And whoever's staying at home, guess what he's doing? He's writing, shooting, filming, whatever we gotta do.
My dude works Monday through Thursday. I get Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I'm telling you, if someone clones me, they're either gonna do what Tina just said. They're gonna do the Office thing where they have one bullet and they just kill me all at once, or they're gonna do like the Joker thing. They're gonna break a pool stick and be like, fight to the death. There's only one of you, and then whoever lives, they're gonna kill Raft Wars.
Oh, I'm winning that fight.
So if you
It's clones of me. How are you gonna win that fight? You're clones of you.
I was about to ask a very inappropriate question. I don't know if I should.
Oh, is it gay if you suck your clone's dick?
Yo, I was gonna say jerk off, but you took it to the extra mile. Is that technically masturbating?
Is it gay if you suck your own dick?
I don't know a Tesla, so no, I don't know.
I'm looking at him essentially as a twin. So
No
yeah,
comment.
it's kind of gay and incestuous.
But it's you
But
though.
it's your exact DNA, you know? So technically it's not a twin.
Is it gay if your twin comes in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, stop saying twin. The word clones. We're
Yeah.
talking about clones.
Oh, clones.
Yes. Yeah,
Sorry,
because
clone.
it's still like
Clone.
another man.
All right.
Yeah, no,
I'm
twin is
still
weird.
thinking
Clone.
as my twin I don't care. I understand that it's my clone.
But technically, a clone is a scientific experiment. So, is it weird
To
if
fuck
a
a scientific
experiment
Yes.
jizzes in your mouth?
Yes.
No, I don't want jizz in my mouth.
It's all weird.
See, I get clingy, so I'm not gonna fuck with my
Yeah, I'm
clone.
with cancer too. I need like kiss when I have
Like
sex.
no disrespect and
So
stuff
if you
like
fall
that.
in love with your
If that's
clone,
if
what
that's
happens?
like if that's people's thing, by God, live your
I
life.
don't want to fuck myself.
Yeah,
I'm an
no, I've been
asshole.
told to go fuck myself a bunch of times, but I didn't mean that. Never meant literally.
Your clone's gonna call me like, yo, does he love me? I was like, I don't know, bro.
I mean, I wish I could
You
say I
wanna
don't
cuddle
fuck
afterwards.
myself, but we all know that's a lie.
Arg, this got deep.
Yo,
For anybody who doesn't know, too, by the way, if you catch our little pirate references, supposedly today when we've been recording this, it's Happy Talk Like a Pirate Day.
say yar.
Arg.
Oh, my God. I don't know why I found that so funny. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that happened.
National Pirate Day. So whose booty are we stealing?
Hey,
Whoa.
I gotta go.
No,
get the clones.
treasure.
Oh, treasure? Shit. I could think a couple places.
Booty.
Couple few. We
Like
can
few
plunder and pillage.
So, what is treasure
It
real?
starts off with the refrigerator. That's treasure, right there.
This episode went way
Anyways,
off track.
yeah, let's
facts.
get back.
Well, iPhone. No one gives a fuck about.
We were
apparently.
crawling out of that rabbit hole from before that we got into.
Yeah, man, it got bad.
So-
Fucking our clones and shit.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with fucking your
Beaver
clones.
porn.
I think it's just a higher form of masturbation. Either way.
So now we know where you stand. You'd let your clone jizz in your mouth, okay?
No, I would jizz in my clone's mouth. Let's not get it twisted.
But if it's you,
But
your clone's gonna be like,
you're
nah,
all for
bro.
reciprocation.
Would
then.
you fuck your clone in the
They're
ass?
just gonna L7.
No. I'm all for reciprocation for people, but my clone isn't people. My clone is me.
Whoa.
My clone is like.
So
So
you're
you would
saying that
fuck
you're not
yourself in
saying-
the
Hold
ass?
up.
Yo, your clone has feelings, bro.
Yeah, your
It's
clone
you.
is a person.
Yeah, you're kind of an ass.
I mean, I've been told
No
that
wonder
before.
why your clone would try to kill you.
Word. If I was your clone, I'm not fucking you.
Me and my clone
Yeah,
would stab
same.
each other up first thing. Like, let's do work.
Let's start a movement. Clones have feelings too.
Or clone lives matter.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is, if I made you, no, wait, that could get weird. Nope, no, never mind. That could get weird.
Yeah.
Dad?
That did
Nope.
get weird.
No, that's no. Don't agree with it in that way. Can't. The guy can't do that analogy. If I create you in a science lab with equal DNA, matching DNA to me, then I can do what I want to. Does that make sense? If you're my clone, you're my bitch, basically.
Yeah, basically you're playing God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
Call me God.
My clone gonna fuck you up.
So if you want a gimp, just go on the internet.
I don't want kids.
I said gimp.
Oh, gimp? What's a gimp?
Like a slave.
I don't want a slave.
Like, not a slave, like a
Yeah.
bitch. Like, what you want your clone to be, gimp. You can just go on the internet.
That movie you like so much, at The End of the World, or whatever the fuck's called, the comedy movie.
Oh, the one you mean Channing Tatum?
Yeah,
Channing
that's a gimp.
Tatum is a gimp.
That's a gimp.
I don't actually want a slave. I'm good. Or sex slave. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So
I'm
you're
just
saying you want a slave?
No. God damn it.
wow, this is getting bad.
Jesus. Next topic. Let's talk about the H3H3 controversy.
I was going to wear my Teddy Fresh shirt today. Decided not to, though.
Oh.
If you're gonna set me up, I'm gonna take it.
So, I know Tina knows who H3H3 is.
Of course.
Do you guys know who H3H3 are?
Only because you told me to look up the topic on this episode's podcast.
Oh, so you're somewhat up to date with what happened?
Yeah, kinda.
All right, so here's what happened. H3H3 are a popular YouTuber. They also have a podcast that's very, 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 very popular. Mm-hmm. Much popular than us.
Hey,
You'll
hey.
get there.
Anyways,
We'll get there.
yeah. Anyways, so they haven't released anything on their regular channel for a while, and they didn't really have an explanation at first. They just came up with an explanation later, but let's do chronological order. And they released a video game with a lot of microtransactions, and people were pretty fucking upset because they haven't posted videos in a while, and they want videos, and now they're posting this game with mad microtransactions. And then they post an update, and the reason why is they've been going through some shit, and they've been basically taking a low-key hiatus, but because they've been doing the podcast every week, no one's really noticed the hiatus. They just think of it as being lazy. So they came out, and honestly, if we're talking about ways to explain your way through controversy, Verge, take notes. They took responsibility for what, like, because it is kind of bullshit when you haven't made content in a while. Even though I understand the situation, to release a game with so many microtransactions, I feel like if they released a free game that was inherently free, I don't think people would have cared as much. But the fact there's mad microtransactions on the game, I think that's what actually really pissed people off.
Well, I think H3 is like always been really good at apology videos, but he's been really vocal about him struggling to come up with ideas for videos. But he's said before, like, their content isn't making them money because of the ad strikes and all of that stuff. Like, their content isn't very, like, friendly for advertisers anymore. So with all of the microtransactions in their video game, it kind of like, whatever, it kind of sucks for the consumer, but like, you have to understand they're not really making like as big of an income from their YouTube channel as they were before.
No, I understand that, but the way I would do is I'd just release the game for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just be like $5 each one, and that's even kind of premium. But I feel like I would pay for a $5 app over doing microtransactions, or a $10 app. But that's just me. But again, different strokes for different folks. Am I right? I just think that I think it was an interesting situation that they're in, because a lot of YouTubers have been getting depressed and quitting lately, or not quitting, but taking hiatuses lately. Hiatus.
Well, it's a tiring thing, I feel, because you have to kind of like become a character to like entertain people all the time. Because if you're like being some like, I don't know how to explain, like a negative Nancy, I suppose, or like bummed out or whatever, and you're not like putting up a like energetic front, people are not going to want to watch you because you're not being entertaining for them. People want to see like an entertaining person who's like upbeat.
Facts.
Also, they're going to run out of content to make. I mean, like, when you're in this field as long as you are, you're eventually going to run out of content, and you can't expect that to be the only platform that you're ever going to sustain yourself on either. And a lot of these artists come in expecting that, you know, like, they expect YouTube to be their next jumping platform to the next thing, and some people never make it beyond YouTube. And they gotta realize that that might be the end. I might just be a YouTube sensation, and what am I going to do with all this money that I've made? Did I squander it, or did I fucking, you know, invest it?
Yeah.
And then you gotta explain it to the fans too, that you might not be able to, you know, continuously make content. It's just a fact. So nature.
Yeah, and
nature of the beast.
The well will dry up eventually.
Exactly. So, you know,
there's always like new creators coming up on YouTube that are like big and popular and like young and all that, and there's never any new interesting content. It's all the same all the time. Like, there's never any new ideas really. So all of the people that have been on there for so long kind of just get lost, and they're not interesting anymore, because it's like, you've been on for so long, you're making the same stuff that everyone else is making basically, but they're young, new, and like interesting, and you're kind of just not it anymore.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, it's definitely. I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was very. I think it's a conversation that more creators need to have with their audience, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. People need to get out of it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that got depressing. That got dark.
Yeah, it did.
YOLO. What's the next topic? Oh, you know they're making a PlayStation Mini now. Like they're you know how they did like the Super Nintendo Mini.
Yeah, the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, they're doing a PlayStation 1 Mini. 20 games on it. I don't know what games they are, but what y'all think?
Like a PSP.
Resident Evil better be on that shit.
Ooh. Let me check out the games for it, because that's actually pretty dope.
Final Fantasy VII better be on it.
Oh, it has to be. That's the main reason people bought it back in the day. PlayStation.
Hey.
Man.
Crash Bandicoot.
No, but like the
Spiral.
first game that really like the first game. It's gonna be $100. All right, suck my dick from the back. Calm down. You don't need to charge $100. It's gonna have. Sony only announced 5 today. Final Fantasy VII, obviously. Jumping Flash, whatever the fuck that is. R4, Ridge Racer, Type 4, Tekken 3, and Wild Arms.
Oh,
Tekken
Tekken 3? Say no more, fam.
Say no more. Money more.
I want an N64 one. I don't care about the PlayStation.
Oh, one time.
Yo,
that has to be
I'd
coming.
pick up the N65. That might be like my first Black Friday moment type deal. Like, I'm gonna be at that front door ready to like
Throw
trample
balls.
some fucking salesman, punch some motherfucking old ladies in the face. I'm gonna get me my N64. No, fuck you, Steve. I'm getting my N64. I've never gone out to join those motherfuckers because I think they're savages. I will be a savage that day.
You're gonna just become one of the sheep and just.
I've been
Oh
one
yeah,
of
For an
he's gonna be
N64, you're
picking up
fucking
toddlers
damn
and
right. That's
punting them.
GoldenEye 007 type status,
Oh my
motherfucker.
God.
That's
You'll be picking
original
up
Super
toddlers.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to talk
What'd
about
you
this.
say? I didn't catch it.
She said you're gonna be throwing toddlers. You
Oh,
probably
yeah.
would.
Absolutely. If that's what it comes
Football
to.
star
If
just
that's what it
tossing 'em.
takes. Is that your Super Smash? My fault. Is that your N64? Yes. Is that your child? Yes. Go get it. Thank you.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
out.
you threw the system, not the child.
No, I threw the child.
No,
I
yeah,
took
it's
the
not a
system.
child.
Got you.
That's better than me. I would just get the strap. It's easier.
Oh.
Maddie somehow gets shot with his own strap.
I love Takashi. Not really. So looking through the group chat for topics, Jim sent this earlier, and it's apparently North Korea and South Korea decided to commit to an era of no war.
Hell yeah.
And then we
Just
googled
today.
it, and CNN verified it, and you know, that's kind of crazy.
So
Fuck
it's
yeah.
kind of fake because CNN verified it.
I mean, CNN gets some things right. They're better than Verge sometimes.
Better than Fox.
Yeah, they are better than Fox. Not gonna lie.
Better than Fox News.
So, what do y'all think about North Korea and South Korea piecing up, dapping up?
I think it's a good thing for sure, but
You were over there.
We've been here before, guys. They've been trying to do peace for years. I've given up. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm young. I don't know this stuff. When have they ever done this before?
young boy.
Oh man.
Did they do this
We've
back
been
in, like, the
trying to
90s?
make peace between these motherfuckers for years.
Since the
Technically,
50s.
No, but they signed shit.
Technically, we've had a treaty with them, an armistice for dumb long. That's why we have bases over there still, because we're still technically at war with them. We're just we're not gonna bother you. You don't
Ceasefire,
bother us.
kind of,
It's a
right?
ceasefire, yeah. Which is what the DMZ is, demilitarized zone, and that's the line that crosses, that separates the two countries.
58th parallel.
And these guys are always popping off over stupid shit like, you guys didn't exercise to make sure your soldiers are in tip-top shape like you're supposed to do. I'm mad. Really? That's what you're upset about? How about we just fix all this bullshit and agree that we're all different and move on about our day?
I think Kim Jong-un just needs a blunt.
Bro, he already hangs out with Rodman, so it
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
is.
you're right.
That's facts.
They're probably
You know damn well he's like, so, Dennis, that Bubba Kush,
They're probably doing
how's
coke
that
off
looking?
a
You think you
prostitute's
can,
ass crack.
give me any tips on cultivating this bitch right here? And Robin like, yo, you need to put some fertilizer on that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Put some water in there. You not distilled water, that strips all the minerals and shit. You gotta use some real good mineral water.
Calm down before the 5-0 starts asking you questions.
It's
By the way,
Rodman and Kim Jong
That was a
talking right here.
great Dennis Rodman impression. Spot on.
No, they probably snort coke off prostitutes' cracks. It's all good.
I can see this.
I can see that happening. While driving in a tank.
Oh,
I
man.
got squirted on.
Yeah,
But no, facts. I mean,
it's cool.
if they make the peace finally is what I'm saying is dope, but we've been here before. It doesn't matter, and they're always gonna be hot and heated over some stupid shit. So
Like low key,
I'm kind of over it.
I don't want a war to break out. Kind of just want it to go back and
Hit her
forth
off.
until Trump gets out of the office, because I don't want him to get credit for that shit.
Yeah, facts.
Can't say
At
that,
all. Oh my God! If
Well, he might
Trump
get
is in
impeached.
office when North Korea and South Korea if it's really
might-
official.
Are you?
Oh my God!
His
Well, when it
his
comes-
lawyers are flipping on him. He might get impeached.
I mean,
I
fuck Trump anyway.
Yeah.
hashtag
Because-
impeach Trump.
So one of his a couple of his
Hashtag
people
don't
have
Trump.
pled guilty to
Don't Trump.
coordination with Russia to mess with the election.
Yeah,
Oh
rig it.
right, I heard about that.
Yes.
And since they pled, I learned this from Irv Gotti. So don't let anyone tell you rap doesn't teach you anything. Irv Gotti didn't want to plead guilty to his case that said Supreme funded his record label, because if he pled guilty, there's an open case on Supreme, so that would automatically implicate Supreme as guilty because Irv took the plea deal as guilty, so he just took it out. Luckily, he was found not guilty. Supreme was eventually found guilty for no matter what. But so the fact that his lawyers are now pleading guilty, that means Trump is technically guilty right now.
By association, yeah.
Guilty by association. So something might happen. I think they're just waiting till like more election time to. I think honestly to give him a taste of his medicine.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be
Bernie, come back to me, baby.
All right. Well, in other news, apparently Batman has a big dick.
What?
And I'm so another thing.
You threw me a curveball on that one.
Another thing Jim sent me in this group chat.
Instagram was a weird day today.
Yeah. So apparently DC finally revealed Batman's dick, and it's like halfway down his thigh, like it's almost at his knee. Yeah, and I want to. I didn't
it's
say
this
this.
new Batman comic or something like that. Like I didn't get a chance to. So
it's a corker. It's a big one.
Are you sure this is not?
What if he's just a shower, not a grower?
See, here's my problem with media. So the media, I'm tired of we need tiny dick representation in the media. I'm tired of everyone.
You have that in fine art, okay? You're fine.
No, but how come like all the I haven't seen any of the
She said David got a little penis.
I haven't seen any of the what's it called? Doesn't Game of Thrones, don't they have dicks in there? And aren't they big?
I don't know. I don't really
look at. I don't really look for the penis.
Porn, all the dicks are big. I'm just saying. There's representation.
Well, there's a big difference. Believe it or not, people, there's a difference between porn and Game of Thrones.
Well, look, here's the thing. We're at the era of representation.
At times.
There's a lot of incense porn on that one.
Not incest.
I said incest.
Swear to God, you said
Gentlemen,
I
incest.
heard incense.
I may have said that word. I don't know about
I
insects.
swear to God, they said insects. I'm like, yo, there's not no ant-on-ant action going on there. Unless you talk about the AUNT one.
I'm just saying, this is a renaissance in media where we're having a lot of representation of different cultures, races. I just want tiny dick representation. I'm tired of every time I turn on the TV or could look through a comic book, it's just big dick everywhere.
I'm tired every time I make a film, I got some motherfucker screaming in the back, hey, what about me?
Who said that?
Yeah, word.
Was that
You
me?
did.
When did I say that?
Just now. I want tiny dick representation.
Oh.
There's always someone saying, what about me?
Well, you gotta think
I'm tired about the what about me's.
You gotta think you gotta think of all the little boys with tiny dicks out there, and then
No, you don't, Matthew. What is wrong with you?
Oh man, I'm about to get implicated in
Yo,
this.
I'm out.
No,
Dude,
no, because
think about what you just said.
I
Reword
know,
that.
but you
getting
guys
searched
gotta
tonight.
stop. You guys gotta let me finish my sentence before it sounds bad.
Okay.
It already does.
It already did, yeah.
Yeah, word.
If I finished it, I would.
Pull it out.
Go ahead, try and redeem yourself.
So they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed because they're looking at these comic books. They're looking at these Batman comics. All of a sudden, Batman's got a huge dick, and then they're looking down. They're like, "Damn, I'll never be Batman." And then all of a sudden, they're depressed, and then they grow up and they're making a podcast, and they're at episode 33 with her.
Oh. I mean, that just became a new superpower for him. I guess he's rich, got a big dick, can fight.
No, it's fine.
No wonder why you can keep up with Superman.
They make penis pumps. They make Viagra. There's surgeries. You're fine.
The horny goat horse shit you always see at the
Horny
gas
goat
station.
Horny goat.
Horny goat
Get that
shit.
extends.
Yeah, forget
There you go.
White Widow and Blue Dream. Get horny goat weed. Roll that up and smoke it. I'm sure you'll be okay.
Nah,
Bruh, I have a friend.
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
No,
I have
because
a-
I think it's a pill.
I have a friend
sure?
who, during her
Yeah.
promiscuous days, she literally told me, we were catching up, she was like, I want you to know I've been with massive men recently. I want you to know the smallest dude gave me the best sex in my life. I was like, bullshit. She's like, bull true.
It's the motion in the ocean.
Yeah, here's
Yep.
the thing. Women around me disagree.
I feel like it might be
That's
because if
women
you
around you
fake
haven't
it
gotten
hard
a good
enough,
dick.
you can make whatever you want happen.
It's the same thing with men with blowjobs. If you don't like
I'm
blowjobs, you've never had a real blowjob.
Let's not
This
talk about
is
me.
true.
I'm celibate.
This
I'm
is
celibate,
true.
guys. Let's not forget
That
this.
is 100% facts.
Yes.
I'm celibate though, guys. Let's not forget this.
Oh yeah, you're inexperienced. No offense.
I'm
I'm just laying down facts.
celibate.
Wow.
I'm celibate. There's a difference.
He's becoming a nun. Leave him alone.
Yeah, chill. I'm gonna be a priest. No,
Priest,
calm down.
I'm sorry.
Hold up. No. Deacon,
Too many
deacon,
references
deacon,
in the
deacon,
same
deacon,
podcast.
deacon,
I'm walking
deacon,
out.
deacon, 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 deacon.
Yeah, I no. Actually, wait.
No.
What? You want to put your dick in what?
God damn it, man.
No, there's an interview of DMX. There's someone was asked if he was a priest, and he literally like flipped it. He kind of like had like a mini flip. I was like, no, fuck that priest, fuck little kids. I'm a deacon. He just like stopped the interview. He's like, no, I don't fuck little kids. Don't you ever call me priest again. I'm a deacon. I'm just like, damn.
All right, somebody's
Damn
got
eggs.
issues.
You'd make a good priest.
No, it's calm down.
Is that because of the little boy comment?
Yeah, you know, you
my
want to see
God.
little boys
There's
get
a
their little
podcast.
dicks represented.
Sugar way going down, swing.
Be a number one with a bullet.
No,
Sing a song for that boy.
I
Full
was
circle.
talking about myself, Tina.
You'd be a good
Full
deacon,
circle.
you know,
go full circle.
hanging out with the little kids.
See that?
I
deaking
don't
it
want to
up.
hang out with
Here, high
kids.
five.
Not a triangle.
Let's not get it
full
twisted.
circle.
Full circle.
I just don't want another generation of me. It's fine. I'm thinking about the other kids that are like me out there.
That's even worse.
What? Everyone needs representation.
You know, that's worse because you were talking about before what you wanted to do to your clone, and now you're thinking about the little kids that are like
Matt.
you. Just leave. I'll take those.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thank you.
We have a new hostess
We have a new-
for the evening.
With the mostest.
Thank you. Oh, wait.
Oh, you're
What does
not
this
actually
sound
leaving?
like?
It sounds like this.
Oh my god. Ew, no.
Yeah, no.
Not because of you. That's just like weird.
No, I know it's because of me. It's fine. My voice is weird. So any other
'Cause you're a
topics close?
deacon.
Yeah. Any other topics close it up besides
Yeah.
huge Batman dick?
Lil Peep and X's new song.
I know. That was on the topic list. Let's not. I'm
Didn't
not
listen to it.
that's the
What?
thing. I missed it because
I don't even know who Lil Peep is.
Lil Peep passed away. He was a rapper who passed away this past year.
kidding
R.I.P.
me?
Lil Peep.
Yeah, he overdosed.
Word.
But
R.I.P.
he had somewhat his I forget what it was. It was laced, but it was laced with fentanyl.
Xanax.
Oh,
Some fan
Xanax.
gave him Xanax that was pressed, and it was
Oh
fentanyl.
shit!
God almighty,
Yeah,
man.
no. It was kind of, so they had a song that just came out. And I didn't hear it. So Tina, you heard it.
Yes, it was fantastic. It was amazing.
Recommend?
100%. And not just because I love both of them. Like, it's just a genuinely good song.
I think
check
it's
it out.
I definitely think it's important for art's sake.
Yeah.
Especially since they're both they both pass. It's technically both duo song that's posthumous.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
And I forget the
sad.
and the name of the song kind of and the cover kind of like alludes to all that. So I think it'd be
It's called Falling Down, I think.
yeah, Falling Down or
I was
something
just
like that.
listening to it. Yeah, Falling Down.
Falling Down. It has like it's I definitely want to check it out definitely for the art of it.
I don't know, like X mentioned something, like there's a portion in it where they added like banter from the studio session, and X said something about like a bunch of people around them dying or something like that, and it was like chilling. I don't know, it was really cool though.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Tupac with X. And I know
Yeah.
I know the Tupac fans are gonna fucking razor my asshole. I'm not saying type of
That's
music, although it kind of type of music also. He in a different way. It's a new generation kind of how he's speaking to them. It's not he's not speaking to the 90s crack kind of post crack epidemic or mid crack epidemic streets. He's talking to people are popping pills, taking lean type streets.
Yeah.
And I think in a very
And
similar
listen to mumble rap.
yeah. So I think in a way he's kind of like more than Troy Ave when he tried to do that stupid new Pac shit when he was.
New Pac. I thought you were gonna say Trip Pac.
No, he literally named an album New Pac after it, like because he had parallels in his life, but it was not like he didn't have the people behind him like an X. Like X had the people, he had the kids like Tupac did. I feel like he definitely is a modern Tupac, and the way he passed and everything is very, very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely everyone should check that out.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And then also I want to say this, fuck TMZ real quick, because you sent this to me, and I actually saw this beforehand. They released the 911 audio of Mac Miller
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was kind of messed up.
I was just like, what the what? And I had a conversation with someone. Someone's taking the intro to journalism because for the new media degree at the college I work at, you need to take it. They were talking to me about it, and they're like, what is sensational news? It's like stuff that technically doesn't need to be there, like the extra stuff. And then that happened to come out the next day. I'm like, that is the perfect example of sensationalism. We don't need it. We don't need to hear that. Like his family doesn't need to hear that. No one wants to hear that.
Mm-hmm. They did the same thing for Demi Lovato too when she OD'd. Like, why do we need that out there? No, that's like, what does that do for anybody? Nothing.
You know what's even crazier? The drug dealer has come out and told the story of what happened that night. Like he started coming out. He's just like, yeah, no, people are slandering my name. They're just saying I'm trying to ruin her life, and he looks zoned the fuck out the entire interview with TMZ.
Yeah, what I don't get is why he didn't get any implications. Because for one, you're a drug dealer. Two, you gave her laced shit.
Direct, evidence that he.
No, he admitted on camera.
Yeah, you just admitted guilt to giving her drugs that, for one, they're drugs. They're illegal drugs.
That's true.
And they were laced with shit that could have killed her. That almost killed her. How are you not gonna get any implications for that?
Yeah. And
do you go after the drug dealer or do you go after the guy who supplied him?
But all of them.
I just don't know why he did it. I don't know why he did a TMZ interview. He's like talking to
I don't get that.
He's like going up to the TMZ camera. He's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
To get clout.
Yeah. I know, but
he wants everyone to be like, "Oh my gosh, he's the one who sold her drugs."
Yeah, they want to get their supply. He wants to get his clientele.
Yeah, he wants to be known as Demi Lovato's drug dealer.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lovely title to have. That's a lovely legacy to have.
Still clout.
Put it on my resume, right?
What people do for clout. That fucking reminds me of another video I heard this week. So the woman who faked being pregnant with Offset's child went on like this weird off-brand Dr. Phil show hosted by Vivica Fox. It's weird, and she was just like. She was like, yeah, that y'all admit I was fake, but I got Cardi to tweet at me. I got 50,000 followers. See? I got Offset to follow me, to tweet at me. And then the tweets are like, this bitch is crazy. And then Cardi's like, I want to snatch her hair or some shit like that. Like, they're not nice tweets. And then she's like, I got 50,000 followers. So if that's a taste of my medicine, I guess I'm the one laughing now. I'm just
that's
like, what?
Crazy.
I'm like, what the
fuck?
For 50,000 followers.
I don't understand that. Why do followers matter? I just don't understand why people chase that.
I made a...
It's irrelevancy right now.
I made a post once. It's... People get... I was like something like of... People get confused. Followers doesn't mean you have a following.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A following is very powerful in social media, but people get confused having actual followers with following, especially now. So a lot of people just follow people. Follow is a common thing now, unfortunately. That's why I don't like doing that.
I don't follow for follow. Sorry, guys.
I don't. No, neither do I. I never tried to do a follow for follow. Like, I mean, you can tell. Look at MyCrazyProductions. It only follows me. MyCrazyPodcast follows all of us. I need to get Steve because you're new. But it follows follows everyone in the cast. The boys' Instagram follows everyone on the boys. Like stuff like that. Like, but it doesn't. I don't follow other people outside it because not that I don't like other people's stuff, but it's more of I'm trying to cultivate a following. I don't want to give people. I don't want to just fake follow people. If I'm gonna follow someone, I want to care about it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fuck the fake clout.
Shit.
That Tekashi shit.
Boof.
Oh God, I just keep opening my phone. I see Big Dick Batman.
Oh man.
It's
Don't lie to these people.
It's discouraging.
You're doing that on purpose.
No, it's
called the bat
discouraging.
Ha! Ha!
Anyway, what the fuck? What's that? Holy shit! I just went on Instagram. Dr. Dre's is showing his sneaker collection. It's just it's a wall of Air Force Ones. Just fresh white Air Force Ones. What the fuck?
He respects his Air Force, dude. Pride.
There's always a rumor going around that he has a one pair for every day of the year. Now I believe it. Now I fucking believe it.
Probably.
On that note. Oh no! Wait. One last thing. We had movie news. There was one movie news this week. Fuck. It was wasn't Batman. No, I saw Solo this week for the first time.
You finally saw Solo.
I saw Solo 5 times.
5 times.
Yeah.
Huh?
It was actually pretty good. I'm actually surprised how good it was. Like, cause they had the director mix up. It actually looks like it's directed by one director.
Yeah.
I like the scene where Chewie and Han meet. Honestly, I don't like the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes are slow for me. I understand.
Yeah.
but I understand its backstory, and I don't like the Darth Maul scene.
Yeah, no, that...
I think they could have cut that out, had her just fly away with the yacht, and then it would have been more emotional. I get what they were trying to do.
Nothing that confused the fuck out of me.
And that's the other thing.
And I remember you explained it.
But that's also the thing I hate about DC movies. I hate when the DC fans have to go, well, if you read comic 304, you would know the reference. Like, I shouldn't have to go to you, Jim, and be like, well, if you watch season 4 of the animated series, like, I was just giving you the backstory, but in hindsight, like, and watching the scene, I also hated that he grabbed his lightsaber and turned it on, and then they're saying, well, when they did test screenings, they're like, well, no one knew who he was, so we had to reshoot it and had him ignite his lightsaber so people knew. I'm like, then you maybe should just cut it out. Like that, like watch the movie.
Yeah, we're trying too hard.
Watch the movie. If they cut that scene out and they just had her fly away, it would have been more of a mystery. And then if they did do a Maul solo film, it would have been like, oh, that's where she went. That's crazy type thing. I think. But overall, I think it was a great movie. I think it was better, honestly, than The Last Jedi and Rogue One. I think so. I think the characters were better. I think I cared about the characters.
I'll check it out when it comes to Netflix, and if it redeems itself, I might come back to Star Wars.
It's actually surprisingly... You just missed it because you went to the bathroom for audio listeners. Thanks
for throwing me that bus.
Yeah. But it's fine. But you know how...
Can't hide it.
A lot of films now who are kind of picked up by a second director feel like they're directed by two people. Mm-hmm. This felt like it was directed by one person.
Yeah.
And I loved the way that Han and Chewie met. I'm just gonna say that because I don't want to spoil it for you.
Gotcha.
And I love the cinematography. Some people hate on the cinematography, but I liked it because it's more of like a underground kind of gangster film. So gangsters always kind of in the shadows, you know. So they just used all practical lights on set. So they made sure whenever they lit a set, or like whenever they marked it, for the most part, yeah, there's some shots where like they're in the shade when they're moving from light to light, but they stop and then they make sure like part of it's lit. I liked it a lot.
I liked it. I was worried about how it was gonna be.
I was worried. There was the nitpicky thing like the Darth Maul scene.
Yeah, there's a few things that, and my girlfriend is a huge Star Wars fan, huge Star Wars fan. So like, she got a little unhappy about a few certain things, and which the Darth Maul thing was one of them. I was too, because I'm just thinking. All in all, though, it was great.
Yeah, no, but I'm just thinking of as director, it would have just been more dramatic, just not explain where she went.
Yes. Yes.
Totally more dramatic, not to explain where she went. Yeah. Yes. Great movie. I need.
You think they'll come out with a Darth Maul origin?
Yes.
I think that's what they were leading to. Yeah, I think that's definitely what they're leading to.
Darth Maul is literally the most like.
Darth Maul, Boba Fett, and Kenobi. The only issue right now is Last Jedi. There was a lot of fans did a boycott of Solo, and then I didn't boycott Solo in theaters. I just didn't have anyone to go see it with me, so I didn't go see it.
So you saw Solo?
No, I actually thought about it, because if there was any movie to go see, it would be Solo. But which also they stole my joke. I will say that Lucasfilm stole my fucking joke.
Really?
What's the joke?
Because when I was in high school, I used to make this joke. I'm like Han, ... Solo.
It?
Do you care how he got his real name? So he, in the first 20 minutes are but the rest of the movie is great. It's good, but it leaves some backstory. So he gets to Imperial Navy, and the way he gets there, they're like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Han." They're like, "Who are your people?" He's like, "I don't have any people. I'm alone." The Imperial Guard looks over. It's like, "Solo. You're clear." It's like, well, yeah, you just made up his fucking last name. Of course he's gonna be cleared. That's the only part of the movie I'm just like, all right, that's kind of dumb. But they stole my joke. How you gonna be like, the whole joke is Han Solo?
I think you should email them about it.
I'm just saying.
Put a bunch of little angry emojis in it and stuff.
Yeah.
That usually works.
Just send them a big angry face.
Or a dick pic. Dick pic in the email works good too.
Send them the Batman dick.
I'm just gonna say.
Oh God.
No, tiny dick representation. I'm gonna send him my dick.
Pick the small dick.
I'm gonna send Kathleen a picture. Oh no, wait. Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein made these dick jokes hard to send to executives. So. No, I'm just gonna send my complaint along with my treatment for the Darth Vader standalone
he did
film.
Make it pretty hard.
Pause.
Yeah, no, you already missed the pause.
Nice.
No, No, I'll send my treatment for the Star Wars for my Darth Vader solo film idea along with my distaste for the Han Solo naming to Kathleen Kennedy.
Okay.
Which also, last thing we'll talk about. She's winning an Oscar, not for Star Wars, but for just like a Lifetime Achievement Award, which Star Wars fans are mad about. I'm not mad about. I think she deserves it. She produced the Indiana Jones series, the Back to the Future series. Pretty much every movie that Steven Spielberg has ever done, she's produced. She's produced a bunch of stuff for George. She deserves this Lifetime Achievement Award. So shout out to her.
Dope.
I'm not gonna send you a dick pic. Don't worry. But I will send you my Darth Vader solo film. Please pick me up. It's fine. Anyways, on that note, any last words from our illustrious panel?
Closing pools is a motherfucker.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Anyways, I'm Matt.
Jimmy motherfucking D.
I'm Dusty B.
I'm Juan Cholo.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I'm Tina.
And I speak into the mic.
Tina?
Yeah, right. And I'm Matt for redundancy's sake. This is My Crazy Podcast, episode 33, I think. We'll see you next week.
We out.